In 1996, Mike Judge and Greg Daniels produced a new animated series for Fox to align with the Simpsons programming block. That show was King of the Hill. What made the show so unique was the plethora of characters that populated the small city of Arlen, Texas. But one character remained an enigma throughout the entire series until the very last episode, on which it's revealed that he's a Texas State Ranger. Today we're going to delve deep into the life of Jeff Boomhauer, and I'll provide evidence that the show creators had planned for him to be a Texas State Ranger from the very beginning. This is the Arlen Investigation. In the third episode of King of the Hill, Bobby accidentally kills an endangered crane, believing it to be a snipe. In the morning after Hank discovers the dead bird, he makes an effort to hide the crime, storing it in a cooler. When a forest ranger comes to talk to them about the crime, Hank bold-faced lies to a state official, which is extremely out of character. The forest ranger then asks Boomhauer if what Hank said is true, at which point Boomhauer tells him that there is an accident, and that the crane is in the cooler, much to Hank's utter disbelief. The reason why Boomhauer tells the truth is because he cannot lie to a state official. Later in this same episode, Boomhauer is noticeably absent when the rest of the gang get out to bury the crane because he cannot aid and abet in a crime. In Season 2, Episode 3, Hank is in a dispute with the geological excavator over a contract that Peggy signed without his permission. Hank has Boomhauer read over the document, who says it's airtight, revealing that he is well versed in law. In Season 3, Episode 7, the Alley members are part of a focus group for a tractor company. The man goes around the room asking for their names. Boomhauer only gives his last name and says that he had a job but now lives on a settlement, and it's off the record because it's tax-free. During the explanation, he seems extremely uncomfortable. Season 3, Episode 10, has the Alley gang volunteer as firefighters. After burning down the firehouse, all four are interrogated about what happened. After all is said and done, and they realize that Dale is the one who caused the fire, Hank lies for Dale, and so does Bill. But when it comes to Boomhauer, he explicitly tells the fire marshal that Dale had been the one that caused the fire, showing again that he cannot lie to authority. Season 4, Episode 3, the gang are all in the alley listening to the radio when a contest is announced in which the first caller would win. Hank, Bill, and Dale all run to their houses, but Boomhauer, after making sure that the coast is clear, uses a cell phone to call and win the contest. This episode premiered in 1999, at a time in which a flip cell phone would be considered a luxury reserved for the wealthy and law enforcement officials. Season 4, Episode 8 has only Hank and Boomhauer in the alley. After both saying yep, Hank asks if Boomhauer has any big dates. Immediately upon being asked a personal question, Boomhauer becomes upset and says Hank talks just like a woman before storming off. Season 4, Episode 11 shows Boomhauer in his robe, which has two Chinese symbols on the back. Both the symbols are the same and mean tree. This could have been a low-key hint that Boomhauer was actually a plant by the Texas State Rangers. Season 4, Episode 14 has the Texas State Ranger investigating the murder of Debbie Grund, of which Hank is a suspect. It shows the members of the alley talking about the case twice. During both discussions, Boomhauer doesn't say one word. The reason why is because he can't talk about an ongoing case by another Texas Ranger. This is one of the few episodes where Boomhauer doesn't have any lines. Was Boomhauer spying on Dale as a Texas State Ranger the entire time? Find out in the Arlen Investigation Part 2.